I'm still on with Dish. I'm trying to talk to somebody. It's taking a while. Erica, guess what day it is?
What?
We're back to Dish. I finally got through to these people. Now I just got to set this stuff up. This one's actually set up. My Xfinity's gone. Alright, so I got to set up my Dish out here. And that requires a couple of these. But my Dish will be back in a moment. You could pay a guy to come out and do it, but it costs too much, so I do it myself. Alright, I got the Dish set up to do a loop back into 2 rooms, and actually 3 rooms, and we're going to have basic cable in some of the other rooms. Hopefully I wired this right and this thing will work. Alright, I got to take this stuff back to Comcast. So that's what I'm doing now. Alright, I have to get to Lebanon Comcast before 1, and it's 10 after, and I'm sitting in traffic because of this East End Myerstown Days thing, whatever they call it. Alright, so I returned the Comcast boxes, and now I still have Comcast internet, and I have the little boxes because they're part of the thing. So it gets kind of confusing because I have Dish in some rooms, and I have Comcast in other rooms. But if I don't take the little box, then the internet goes up. It's kind of a crazy little thing. So, but anyway, it works right now. So what happened today was I called the Dish people, Dish Network, and the people did not want me to come back without getting new equipment, because then they can rope me in for 2 years. And I said, no, I have equipment that works just fine. I'd like to reactivate it if you have a deal, because I'm with Comcast right now. And the woman couldn't help me, and finally I'm like, all right, let me talk to the account people. So they shipped me over to that, and then I got an amazing deal. I got a great deal on TV through this woman. And I said, okay, power them up. And she somehow, over the phone, turned on our Dish. So that's kind of cool. I learned about Dish Network before I went back to them. I actually went into the basement and I got my Dish boxes and brought them up and plugged the one in and actually hooked up the Dish out in the yard. And one thing I learned is if you have a 301 model, like my old dinosaur box that it is, it'll actually get the perks when they come through. I don't even know how or why. So like if they have a free HBO weekend, that thing had free HBO. But if you went to any other channel, it said, well, basically I couldn't get on it. It wouldn't. But any of the free ones for that weekend, they work. And I think that's why a couple years ago, if you had Dish Network and you canceled, they wanted the L and B off the Dish itself, which the guy tried getting it for me, and I said, no, I own all this stuff. If you remember when I signed on, after, I think it was after a year or 2, I forget, the equipment all became mine. So that's why when I try to activate my account, they're always trying to sell you new equipment that is theirs. And I refuse to do that, because then the price goes up. So I tell the people when I call in, like, okay, I have the equipment, it's all mine, you don't have to send a guy out. And that's when the deal occurs. They'll be like, okay, well then we'll give you this deal, and that's when I'm like, okay, fire it up, turn it on. The only thing is, anytime I get these deals going back and forth from Comcast to Dish Network, the deal doesn't last forever. Like, I have this deal that I have this amazing deal for 1 year, which is good. Now, when I'm with Comcast, it seems like the deal doesn't last that long. It's like 6 months.